Hello church, this is Bolivar from Skaneateles Presbyterian Church. Thank you for watching and welcome to our week number 11 of our fall study called Covenant with God. This week we are invited to explore Jeremiah 31 from 31 to 34, and that part that says, I will put my law within them and I will write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they shall be my people. Today I would like to invite you to consider a person in your life that has never broken a promise to you, a promise that was made long time ago. And then consider that not only that person has never broken this promise, but also that promise has been updated to be better, stronger, and more gracious to you. Pretty unbelievable, right? Then I also want you to think about this. When talking about set in stone, what do you understand by it? Most people will agree that something that is set in stone is something permanent, but it's also something rigid. Now, what about when we talked about something set in our hearts? Or as the scripture says, something written in our hearts. Do you understand them as something not as permanent? Or instead, do you understand written in our hearts as something that not only is permanent, but also transcended to time and place? In our scripture, God, who wrote the law in stone, Exodus 31:18, is now planning to write the updated version in our hearts. Because the updated version, the one in our hearts, will not only be permanent, but also something that each of us will feel coming to life as we go through our own life. But how many of us are really paying attention to things that are written in stone? I believe most of us pay attention and are able to experience more what people carry in their hearts than what people could write in the stone. Let us also remember that there are people who have hearts of stone, thus making their heart heavy and a burden to carry. I believe our invitation is to know that we are a beaten heart, and that we are called to use that beaten heart to care and to have compassion for one another in the knowledge that God has branded our hearts with God's love. And as a reminder for us to know that stones are heavy to carry, and that we must let go of the weight of having stones inside of us. I believe the invitation that God will be our God and that we shall be God's people is not a rigid invitation, but an incitement to have a different standard of compassion and love. Church, that is all for today. Until next time, be blessed.